Hello, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models. Welcome to the first look at the Adventure Kit 2 Day Zero course. Now, this is obviously done by inventor.io. The link for the course is in the description below. It is free. Pop along, sign up, and join in. You don't even need to buy the stuff from them, although if you do, please use my referral link. Right, I'm going to have a look through the course, obviously not so much day by day like the 30 days lost in space because it's not done as days, but I'll be doing each course and each lesson probably individually. This first one is just an introductory. It's a look at the kit, look at the course, and we'll go through it there. I'm going to put in some videos of Austin doing the course video because it's very cool. I like it. So we'll do some of that, and I shall do the talking about my own experiences as well. So use this video in conjunction with the course if you like, and hopefully together we'll be able to beat the AI apocalypse. So I shall let Austin introduce the scenario, and then I'll get down to the bench and have a look at the code from the first day.
Oh, wow, look at that. It looks like Inventor.io must have built a museum to display all of the products they used to produce. It's quite literally filled to the brim with pre-AI era microcontrollers that made the company famous back in the day. That's neat. They got old vintage laptops, they got old sensors, they got everything. I took a bunch of it and while you were looking around, and I put a bunch of it here in this box. Check out this display. Look at this. It's got a bunch of working Hero XL boards like this one, the bunch of old sensors, other components. This is a whole bunch of stuff in here. And since these are all pre-AI, we can actually safely use all of these to make our life easier in our new home, now that the AI is running a little bit rampant. Actually,
So here we are with the first parts required. Well, I say parts. There's the cable, which obviously need to connect everything together, and the Hero Mega XL board, the Mega 2560 board. 2560, yes, that is the number that is on there. So this needs to be plugged into the computer, and then we'll introduce some coding. Now the cable is quite short, but I do have an extension to my USB just over here, so I can plug that in there quite easily. Now this I find easier to do personally than this end, because this is the old big lumpy end. So what I generally do is leave that end plugged in when I need to disconnect it, and I'll disconnect it from that end there. So yeah, right now, as mentioned, there we go, it's found. As mentioned in the introductory video from Austin, we need to set it up, test and make sure that this one works. We're going to do the blink code on this. So yeah, let me get straight to the bringing up the code and the interface, and we'll see exactly what it is that we're doing. The code itself is here. This is using the latest version of the Arduino software. What is it? It's 2.11, 2.1.1. So if you're using a different version, it may look a little bit different, but the basics are still here. Initially, we have loaded up the blink file program. It turns an LED on for 1 second, then off for 1 second repeatedly. So let's have a look through the code there and see what it says. Most Arduinos have an onboard LED you can control. On the Uno Mega and Zero, it's digital pin 13. On mine, it's pin, yeah, this is, 13 is the one that we need to look at. These are all remarks that you can put in. Apparently, if you put in the slash and a star, and then end with a star and a slash, that sort of tells the board to ignore everything in there. The same as putting 2 slashes ignores everything after that on the line. So let's have a look. We've got void set up. If you've watched the 30 Days Lost in Space, I'll be repeating myself, but I have to do that to remind myself because it's been a while since I did the 30 days. Void and loop are the two loop, setup and loop are the two main processes that you use. Setup, it runs through once. It's just for telling everything what's what. So this one uses pin mode LED built-in output. Tells it that there's a LED, that the LED that's built onto the board is an output, not an input. So that's what we need to set up. That's nice and easy. Then there's a loop. Now there's only really two things to do in the loop. Turn the light on, turn the light off. In between that, there's a little wait and a little wait after that before it loops around and does it all again. So this is your digital write to send out a signal. Digital read would be to getting a signal in. LED built in high. Wait for 1 second, 1,000 thousandths of a second. Then LED built in low. Turn it on, turn it off. So that's what we have here. I shall use the button at the top here to verify that that code is okay. It isn't because I haven't told it what board I am using. Select board. On this one, it's nice and easy. It knows what board is plugged in. I can just say it's that one. Now I can verify it. It knows what board it's verifying it for, and it is happy with that. It's compiling the sketch. There we go. It tells me that it uses 0% of the program storage space because it's so tiny, and 9 bytes of memory. So that's it. It's not sent anything to the board yet. That's just verified it on the computer. By clicking the little send button next to that, that will upload it to the board and will start it running immediately. So you should be able to see on there. Once it goes through, some little transfer lights come on, and then you can see, hopefully, there. Can you see that? Let me make that a bit bigger. There we go. Up in the corner there, you can see underneath his finger, the onboard LED light flashing on for 1 second, off for 1 second, and repeating forever, basically. So that is that. That is the first stage, the first step. Tomorrow we will be, tomorrow in the story, the next lesson, the next course lesson is to make that actually turn on an exterior light. But before we do that, what I will do is, what I like to do with these is to try and understand things a little bit better. I'm not going to play around with the digital write bit because I know it's only the onboard LED we're working with. That's okay. The delay I can change. Let me turn it on instead for a longer time. We'll turn that on. For a shorter time. We'll take that per 1/10 of a second. We might as well make that 1/10 of a second as well. Actually, we'll make that. We'll turn it on for 2/10 of a second, 1/5 of a second, and then off. So it should stay on longer and then flash quicker. So we won't bother verifying that. I'll just upload it straight away. There you go. Now you can you can see it's on longer than it's off, and it's all happening quicker, teaching me how to use the delays and things. So my memory of that will come back and hopefully make a little bit more sense. So yeah, that is that. Thank you very much for joining me on this adventure. And I shall see you for the next part soon. I don't know. It's not going to be a regular thing. It's going to be whenever I get a moment, I can nip in and do the next day or two. So next one should be around soon. But until then, have a look at the course yourself. I say the link will be in the description below. Follow along, and I shall see you very shortly for more. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye-bye for now.
So, hey, could you turn on the lights real quick? It's a little bit hard to see, especially if we start diving in all these tiny parts. Wait, are they not working? Nothing here is working? None of the lights are working? Oh. Well, we better fix that before we start anything else. Thank goodness we have all these parts lying around.